Hello, hello, and welcome to another Real Talks, episode 5. Haven't been here for a while. Took the last week off. Had some things to do. You know what? I just had that deja vu. I've been waiting for this deja vu for a while, but we'll talk about deja vus in another one. Maybe at the end here a little bit. But anyway, glad to be back. Glad to be back with another Real Talks. I enjoyed these a couple of weeks ago. Just been cycling through a few things, sorting some things out, resetting, and ready to go forward again. So today's session, Real Talks Tuesday, we're going to be talking a little bit about sun cycles, solar cycles. I was just doing a bit of research on them the other day. Really interested me. I thought I'd bring it to the Real Talks, something we can expand on in the future, and hopefully we'll understand it more and more as time goes on. So we are actually in cycle 25 currently, of our solar cycle. Now that means a lot of things. A lot of things I don't know yet. I've only literally just got into researching about it the other day. I've been interested in the sun for a while, but I didn't actually realize a lot of these things. So the solar cycle, it actually lasts averagely about 11 years, which is surprising actually. I would have thought if the sun had a cycle, it would be a lot longer. I was expecting like 260 to 4,000 years, to be fair. But no, 11. Averagely 11. I think a couple cycles back was 11.6. The previous one, I believe. Yeah, average about 11 years. So the last. Oh no! Before I get into that, so what signifies the cycle is the sun has two main points that it goes through. Has a solar minimum and a solar maximum. They're pretty self-explanatory, but essentially the solar minimum is the least activity, least solar flares, least heat, least this, and maximum the most. Pretty straightforward. Now they have actually got a unit of measurement, which I don't know what they're actually referring to at the moment. Like solar maximum has a max of 180, some years 115, 114. That seems to be like the maximum range, and then the minimum range seems to be like 60, or less, 40. So quite a range. Now, what I find one of the most interesting things about this cycle, is it's insane. Literally, as the years go by and as all this activity is happening, there's something inside the sun which we do not understand. So every 11 years in this cycle, the magnetic poles of the sun flip, like they change. So by the end of the cycle, the north would be the south and the south would be the north. They stay in the same place, like there's always boom boom boom, but they change. It's interesting. It's interesting how a magnetic field can change, because your standard magnetic field, you go out through the south or the negative and in through the positive, in through the north. But it changes. It's weird. yeah, it's just strange how that actually happens. I feel like we could use that. We could use that theory to our benefit in some way, but I don't think I've got it yet. I don't think I've tapped into the energy yet. One thing I will mention though, referring to the magnetic field, sometimes it gets displaced through solar flares. Now, solar flares happen through something called a coronal hole. A coronal hole is actually, yeah, it's a hole. It's a place on the sun where the sun is colder. Now, I believe that's through a solar flare happening. Boom, release of energy. That energy's gone from the sun. The coronal hole exists. And what we've noticed from the appearance of the coronal hole to the magnetic field is that this coronal hole inhibits this cycle. So instead of going out and back in, it will go out and just go. It will just go. It will lose energy. It will lose its direction, lose its path. So we'll probably use that one more so. That one a lot more so. I think that's trying to tell us that don't put too much energy into things. You know, if you really know it's you, yeah, do it. But if it's just a flare, might not be worth it. Might not be worth disrupting your field, disrupting your energy. And this outburst, solar outburst, this energy outburst, it's breaking someone, breaking that energy. It's insane. It's insane. But it affects the gravitational field. That's the interesting part. That's the interesting part. Solar flare, an outburst of energy, disrupts a magnetic field. Strange. Strange. So I believe time is influenced by gravity. Very much so. Very much so. So actually thinking about deja vu kind of makes sense. If we have something that's disrupting the gravitational field, is it not disrupting time? If this flow is being broken, it's gone. Gravity's strong. Energy is strong. It wants to live, it wants to thrive. So it finds a way back. Pulls itself back. Finds its source. Finds its field. Law of attraction. We always are connected to the things we need. We're pulled towards the places we need to be. We're in the right place. But yeah, I'm gonna look out for the solar flares. We had a big solar flare January 18th. So there's a lot to look out for, a lot of solar activity. I'm going to do a lot of research, come back tomorrow with a lot of good information. A lot of things to speculate today. Hope you had fun. It's been Defy. Peace out.